So it was a while ago, but if you guys remember well, it wasn't even that long ago. It was like a couple months ago when E3 happened. Todd Howard released the Elder Scrolls 6 teaser trailer, and I made a small video on it, and I said I think it is either Hammerfell or High Rock, but we do have confirmation, or at least well, we don't have confirmation, but we have highly likely confirmation that it is Hammerfell. And the reason we have this confirmation is because Bethesda, they actually trademarked a very interesting name that is most likely for the Elder Scrolls 6. I believe it is called the Elder Scrolls 6 RedFall, and I think it's a pretty cool name. What does Redfall mean? Does it mean the fall of the Redguard, the fall of Hammerfell, the fall of blah 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 blah? We really don't know, but I think that's fine that we don't know. I think it'll be interesting to see what happens, because if you guys didn't know, in the current climate of the Elder Scrolls game, Skyrim just became independent, most likely, from the Stormcloak Rebellion. We don't know the ending of that battle, but I mean, come on. It's most likely the Stormcloaks are going to win that. Obviously, High Rock is left to be decided what happens with that. High Rock is either still a part of the Empire, but just very, barely connected anymore to the Empire, or it is just a warring region now that doesn't really have any control over it. But yeah, the Empire, for the most part, has pretty much fallen. All they have left is the Imperial City, so it is pretty pathetic, because I really like the Empire, and I kind of hope they rebuild at some point, but I'm not sure where they're going to go with the Elder Scrolls lore. Obviously, if you guys didn't know, Hammerfell was a region the Empire had to get rid of, so currently in Hammerfell we have a interesting climate of the Aldemary Dominion, essentially just kind of, having little battles here and there and trying to control the place, so it'll make for an interesting story between the Aldemary Dominion and the Redguard, territory. So, I don't know, what's your thoughts? Do you think it's going to be a good game? Do you think it won't? I think it'll be a really interesting region. A very cool thing that people don't know is that in the Elder Scrolls Skyrim, I don't remember her name exactly, but there's this lady who is hiding in Whiterun, essentially, from these guards that are from Hammerfell. And if you guys didn't know, a lot of people help her out and kind of, make the guards leave the city. But if you guys didn't know, the guards are actually the good guys, which is, major plot twist. But the woman actually is the reason in Hammerfell a city fell to the Aldemary Dominion in terms of the lore. So it's a very interesting story. I'm very interested to see what all takes place during Redfall. Does it take place during the same type of time that Skyrim is taking place, or does it take place a couple years later? I'm not really sure, but I think it's going to make for a good game, a good story, and I hope that Hammerfell can, I don't know, bring us a new chapter, essentially, of the Elder Scrolls universe, because otherwise we're just going to have a repeat of Skyrim with two warring factions. Hopefully it doesn't just, I don't know, hopefully it's not just about another battle between two factions, but I definitely want to see what happens in this game. It'll be really interesting to see what all they do with it, and yeah. Hopefully you're an Elder Scrolls fan, or I made this video for no reason, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.